Alright, before we get started, I'm sure you've noticed, well, if you're one of my more regular subscribers, you've noticed that the setup is different today. That's because it's overcast outside and I'm trying to get as much light as I can through the camera and everything. So, hey guys, it's Kendra, and today we're going to be talking about how my life has changed in the past year. Basically, 2016 has been a really tough year for me, but it's been a really great year in the same way. The first thing that I want to talk about that has changed the most for me in the past year has got to be myself. I've changed so much from the beginning of this year to the end of it, and I'm so thankful for that because who wants to stay the same, right? This past year I developed anxiety. If you've been subscribed to my channel for long, you've probably seen some of my other videos about anxiety, which I can link to in the description down below if you want to go check them out. But anyways, this was the year that I got anxiety. And it's been really hard, I'll be honest. It's been really hard to adjust to that. But through it all, God has been so good to me, and He has just used anxiety as the tool to get me to change and to become a better person and to become more like Him. So I'm really excited about that. I don't want to carry my anxiety into 2017 with me, but I do know that it is going to be something that I'm going to continue to struggle with to a degree. But I'm excited about the good things that have come from it, and I'm excited to carry those things into 2017 with me. At the beginning of this year, I was a very emotionally clogged up person. Like, I had put up all of these walls and barriers around my emotions, and I just didn't want to deal with my emotions because they're really hard to deal with. It's painful. And I've had a lot of painful things kind of happen to me over my lifetime, and I know that sounds so tragic, but you know, everyone experiences pain in their life. And for me, my defense mechanism towards pain was to just kind of numb my emotions and not deal with them. That caught up to me after a little while, and that's kind of why I developed anxiety. Also, the thing that changed for me in this past year was that I got a job. I'm working at my church's nursery now, and it's really fun. And no, not nursery as in plants. I'm working with kids. I really like working there. It's a good job for me, and I'm really excited about that. Another thing that I kind of had happen to me in this past year that was a first was that I had my first bad teacher at school. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Like, I don't even know how to explain any of that to you guys. That semester with that teacher was the time that my anxiety first started, and like, I was working through the heaviest stuff. Like, oh my gosh, that was a hard semester. I was just really proud of myself for getting through that semester, and I will always remember that semester with like kind of a dark hatred of it, but also kind of a good feeling as well, because that semester showed me that I really am a very strong person, and I know it's not of my own strength, it's of God's ability and His strength in me. So that semester was just a really big hallmark for me. That was also the semester that I went to the dean's office and reported that teacher. That took a lot of bravery for me, especially since I was dealing with all of that anxiety at the time, and I was afraid I was gonna like faint in the office of the dean. I made it through, and God showed up and He got me through it, and that was another kind of impossible thing for me that I felt like I couldn't do, but I did do. 2016 was also the year that I started YouTube, and I picked up some of my old hobbies again. I started playing the piano again, which I find is really relaxing for me. I love playing the piano. I also started to crochet again. I've only finished one project so far, and I haven't started a new one since, but I'm hoping to continue to do that. And I also started journaling this past year because of my anxiety. Once again, anxiety just kind of like affected everything. And also because of my anxiety, I've kind of begun to have a deeper and stronger relationship with God, and I have a bigger faith, I think, than when I first started, because through all of this anxiety and all of the hard things that have happened for me, I've really had to trust God through it all. I've really had to pretty much just lay it all out on the line and be like, God, if you don't show up, I'm messed up. I'm gonna fail at this. I need you to show up. I'm really scared that you're not gonna show up, but he's always shown up. And so because of that, I feel like I have a deeper faith now, which I am so thankful for. Another thing that happened for me this year was that I started learning how to shoot. Guns, that is. I have my certificate up on the board over there. I completed about 2 different classes on shooting, and it was really cool. I enjoyed going out onto the range and shooting things, and it was also really stressful, I'll be honest, because when you first start off, it's like you know nothing. Also, in 2016, my older sister and her husband moved back here to California from Texas, because a few years ago they had moved out to Texas so that my brother-in-law could get a job, and now they're back, and so I'm really excited about that. They were here to celebrate Christmas with us, and that was wonderful. I also started Instagram this year. If you guys want to go follow me, I will link down below. Some of the other things that I really wanted to mention that have happened and changed for me in this past year is that I've gained and lost relationships. I feel like I started the year off having pretty much the same people in my life as I'm ending the year with. So it was kind of like in the middle that I made some friends and then I lost some friends, those same friends. And the one relationship that I can really think about and be like, oh yeah, I lost that relationship I chose to end. Overall, my life is a lot better without it. Sorry, but that's the truth. In the same vein as this whole like I lost some relationships and gained some, I also kind of made peace with a toxic relationship in my life. This was the relationship that had kind of caused a lot of my anxiety, at least at the beginning. I'm really thankful that I've made peace with it now, and that was something that God had to do within me, and that was something that I had to deal with. If you guys have toxic relationships in your life, it might be time to cut them out, or at least reevaluate and redefine your relationship. And lastly, the thing that I feel has changed a lot in my life, which is myself, I'm kind of going back to that, is I discovered a lot more about who I truly am. I figured out a lot more about who I am, the things I like, the things I don't like. I discovered that, you know, I'm really sensitive and I have strong emotions, and it's like, it's okay. I just need to accept that about myself and move on with my life. Another thing that I just discovered about myself this year, and I feel like I've really been starting to live it, is this discovery that I'm actually really brave. I feel like before my anxiety, I was really a fearful person, and I tried to be brave, but I never would have described myself as brave. I never would have been like, oh yeah, I'm brave. But now that I've been through so much stuff, I would describe myself as a brave person, because I've done so many things this year that have scared me, and so many things that I thought were impossible for me to do, and yet I've done those things. If you guys follow my other channel with my sister, it's called Cookie Crumbles and Moondust, you probably have seen the Disneyland vlog that we made. And that vlog is pretty special to me, actually, because Disneyland was something that I thought was going to be impossible for me to do because of my anxiety. Disneyland is where I started having my very first panic attack. Disneyland was where it all started. I thought that I was never going to be able to go back to Disneyland and enjoy myself ever again, basically. And so I look back on that Disneyland vlog, and it just means so much to me because I had a good time. And you wouldn't have even known that I have anxiety if you just watched that. I was anxious at times throughout that day, I'll be honest. But the thing is that I went and I did it. And I'm just so amazed at what God has done in me. I'm just like, oh my gosh. I wouldn't be where I am today without Him. I wouldn't be the brave person I am now if it wasn't for Him. And that is what I'm going to take into 2017 with me. I want to live this year being brave. It's doing the thing you're afraid to do, even though you feel afraid. it's going against the feeling. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed kind of hearing a little bit about my journey through 2016. I'm really excited for 2017. It's a fresh start, new year, new you, new me, new us, I don't know. So just enjoy the start to your new year, enjoy the year, and just go do things that scare you, because that's a big way to grow your faith. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I will be talking to you soon. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, hit that subscribe button. I don't know where I'm pointing. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.